welcome to Xbox On. Summer is here and that means that days are longer and we've got even more time on our hands. So we thought we'd run through some of the best games available on Xbox Game Pass right now.
These are all ready to download as part of your Xbox Game Pass subscription, with some titles on console, some on PC, and some are even on both. So sit back and watch as we run through some summer blockbusters.
Right, time to show everyone what a speed champion looks like.
First up, we have a driving game that allows you to experience any season from the comfort of your own home.
Forza Horizon 4 is the best driving game out there, not just because it's set in our very own Great Britain, but because of the care and detail that's been put into the game.
Playground games have really set the benchmark for open-world driving games as you travel across the country taking part in a whole host of racing events.
There's drift challenges, races, sprints, and loads of opportunity to customize not only your car, but your driver too.
It's one of the best games to show off those eye-boggling 4K graphics and Xbox One X enhancements, so if you're looking for an excuse to admire your nice TV or monitor, this is a game to light up your screen.
The tagline for this game is that seasons change everything, and trust us, they do. It might be rainy and muddy one minute, giving you plenty of drifting opportunities, and then the next time you play, you're driving over a frozen lake to explore something different that you couldn't get to before.
If the base game isn't enough for you, don't forget there's always the expansion packs to keep things rolling. First we had Fortune Island, which includes a new map, a range of additional cars, and adds extreme weather conditions to the game, along with a treasure hunting campaign in which players find treasure chests to earn up to 10 million credits. Show me that money.
And most recently, we were treated to an awesome expansion called LEGO Speed Champions, which sees the real world merge with bricks and colourful blocks, as well as a load of new challenges.
The constant evolution of Forza Horizon 4 is what makes it so much fun to play, and it's why we've included it in our list of the best games on Xbox Game Pass right now.
Look at this. Still got his cog tag. Wonder if his family ever found out what happened to him.
We just can't get enough of Gears of War. We played the new escape mode at E3 and saw some amazing trailers to whet our appetite ahead of September. But the best way to make the next few months hurry up is to smash through Gears of War 4.
Spend the summer catching up on the franchise's latest entry, as after narrowly escaping an attack on their village, JD Phoenix and his friends Kate and Del must rescue the ones they love and discover the source of a monstrous new enemy.
Enjoy 2-player co-op and the campaign with friends locally via split screen or online, with player 2 being able to select either Del or the upcoming Gears 5 protagonist, Kate.
There's also everyone's favourite mode, Horde 3.0, which sees you team up with 4 others and battle wave after wave of increasingly difficult enemies by choosing your combat class, leveling up your skills, and deploying fortifications anywhere on the map.
Or there's the explosive versus multiplayer, where you compete online in new and classic game types, all at 60 frames per second on dedicated servers. Amazing.
Don't forget that by being an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscriber, you'll get access to Gears 5 4 days earlier than everybody else when it releases in September, so it might be worth upgrading if you're a hardcore fan.
Minecraft is, well, Minecraft. It's a game that feels like it's been in our lives forever, but in fact, it's only 10 years old.
And thanks to the wonders of Xbox Game Pass, you can experience the worldwide phenomenon for yourself. And before you say it, no, it's not a game just for kids.
We were like you once, but it's impossible to resist the call of the blocks. Trust us.
We know it's said a lot, but this is one of those games where you can play any way you want. If you fancy just chilling out with your friends and building a castle, just, sure, go for it.
How about recreating your own house to scale and making rooms for your whole family? You do you, my friend.
There's been countless updates, including the latest Village and Pillage one, which introduced roaming traders and other fun features to keep the game fresh.
There's also the Minecraft store, which is a whole world of maps, realms, texture packs, and customization options to personalize your game.
You can build things and even sell them on there to earn mine coins for yourself. It's a thriving marketplace that changes all of the time.
As well as being on Xbox Game Pass, did you also know that you can play with mouse and keyboard too? Well, now you do. Simply plug them into your Xbox and you're off. You're welcome.
The Shroudbreaker is that power. And there are many on these seas who seek it.
Another open-world adventure game up next, but this one is ever so slightly different. Okay, it's very, very different. You get to live a pirate's life in Sea of Thieves, and trust us, once you go pirate, a landlubber's life will just seem boring.
Play either solo or with a crew of trusted scoundrels as you look for treasure and fight swashbuckling skeletons on all the different islands.
Fire yourself out of cannons and work out the best way to take down an enemy ship, but keep a trained eye on the horizon for the mighty Megalodon and Kraken, as they'll be more than happy to take a chomp out of you.
The aim of the game is to find chests filled with loot, with some harder to find than others. You'll need to follow the clues and decipher the mysterious messages, dig in the right spot, and boom, you found the buried treasure.
If you fancy a different challenge, then there's always the Arena, which is the game's PvP mode. It allows players to dive straight into on-demand competitive play with other crews for more action-focused encounters, combining higher stakes teamwork and strategy.
They're constantly adding to Sea of Thieves, so it's a great game to round up your friends and go out on an adventure.
Rocket League is just one of those all-time classic games that is so simple and so fun, but has an amazing level of depth which you can master to become a great player.
The premise is simple. Car football, where all you need to do is boost, jump, and flip to score some amazing goals.
You can also use those moves to clear the ball off the line or take out the other cars. It's all about how you want to play.
Personally, I'm a big fan of the aggressive play, just taking out the opposing team whilst my teammates do all of the scoring. You know, each their own.
There's a variety of modes for you to play, ranging from 1v1 to 4v4 against other players, or bots, depending on what you prefer, as well as a whole load of car customizations that you can purchase to spice things up.
Who wouldn't want to drive around in the Jurassic World Jeep and score some epic overhead bicycle kick? Like, come on.
Rocket League also features limited time events like the recent Radical Summer update, which encourages you to grab your mixtapes and go back in time to experience the most righteous decade ever, the 80s.
It's a 9-week event featuring new premium battle cars, new free items, limited time game modes, and more. So there's no better time than now to download it with Xbox Game Pass.
Everything can change in an instant, whether or not you're ready.
There's a big wide world out there just waiting to be explored. It's just a shame that it's post-apocalyptic nuclear wasteland full of radiation and all sorts of nasties, but hey, what are you gonna do?
Over the course of the summer, Fallout 4 is just one of those games that you can sink literal days into, as there's so much to see and do.
The story focuses around you and your quest to find your stolen baby taken from you as you awaken from a cryosleep, just in time to see your beloved shot at point-blank range. We rate that a solid 9 out of 10 on the Rude Awakening scale.
As with all Fallout games, there's a main story to follow, but that's not where the fun is. Oh no, it's in everything that happens between each quest. You might be on a mission to rid the Commonwealth of Deathclaws, or maybe you're just exploring that old abandoned library on the corner for a new piece of power armor. The best part is the freedom of the world that you can explore.
Use your perks to make friends, your weapons to protect yourself, and build bases to look after those you save, or just go all Lone Ranger and take no prisoners. It's entirely up to you.
So if a fun-filled getaway to the land that nuclear weapons didn't entirely wipe out sounds fun to you, then grab Fallout 4 today with your Xbox Game Pass subscription.
And the skies rained missiles, and the ground burned to ash, and the seas boiled, and people turned into shadows.
Some games rely on their heads-up display to give you more information about the game you're playing. It could be a mini-map, or ammo counter, or even a health bar. But Metro Exodus goes in a different direction, a much more minimalist direction.
If you're looking for a challenge this summer, then give this one a cheeky download. For the first time in the franchise, Artyom ventures outside the confines of the Metro tunnels to the wide, open world above.
And don't get us wrong, it's a beautiful but hostile world. You'll discover the post-apocalyptic Russian wilderness brought to life with stunning day and night cycles and dynamic weather, where deadly combat and stealth take center stage.
You'll need to scavenge and craft in the field to customize your arsenal of handmade weaponry and engage human and mutant foes in tense tactical combat.
Not all of your companions will survive the journey, so remember that decisions will have consequences in a gripping storyline that offers massive replayability.
It's one of the best games on this list for atmosphere and immersion, whether it's a flickering candle in the darkness, a ragged gasp as your gas mask frosts over, or the howl of a mutant in the distance.
Give me the goosebumps there, thanks Benny. Metro Exodus will immerse and terrify you like no other game.
So your claim to fame is that you are the only Covenant soldier to survive every battle with the Master Chief?
Yes, correct.
It wouldn't be right for us to talk about the best games on Xbox Game Pass if we didn't mention that the original Xbox icon was involved.
Yep, the Halo Master Chief Collection is available to download and comes bundled with Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, Halo 2 Anniversary, Halo 3, and Halo 4 with a total of 45 campaign missions, plus more than 100 multiplayer maps, including the original Halo Combat Evolved maps and Spartan Ops maps. That's a lot of stuff.
This is the definitive Halo experience, and let's be honest, you'll likely have played these before, but now they've been given Xbox One X enhancements to provide up to 4K Ultra HD and HDR support. It's a whole new way to play.
Chief has been with us for 18 years, meaning there's a whole generation of gamers that have grown up with him.
We're all super excited for Halo Infinite to release in 2020 alongside Project Scarlet, so the fact that this catalogue is included as part of Xbox Game Pass is perfect.
I saw it. The end.
Another gaming icon is ready and raring to go on Xbox Game Pass as Lara Croft prepares herself to finally become the Tomb Raider in this next title.
Playing as the titular hero, you'll need to explore deadly jungles, terrifying tombs, and solve ancient puzzles, all whilst trying to stop an oncoming apocalypse in shadow of the Tomb Raider.
Master the jungle to survive and explore underwater environments filled with crevasses and deep tunnel systems, whilst using the surroundings to your advantage.
It's a game where you can decide on the approach depending on your personal playstyle. So if stealth and super sneaky takedowns is your thing, then make the most of a dense jungle to do it.
Or if you're more of the all guns blazing kind of approach, then lock and load and get out there.
There's a load of other Tomb Raider games on Xbox Game Pass, so if you want to experience the full saga, then these AAA titles are all available as part of your subscription.
If demon busting and kicking butt is more your kind of thing, then listen up. Xbox Game Pass is full of first-person shooters, but the high-octane action and glory kills that you perform in Doom really add to the sense of epicness.
It set the standard for gory action games way back in 1993, and the newest iteration of the game breathes new life into the franchise. Gone are the pixelated hallways and centralized gun position of old. Unless you fancy a retro moment, you can actually change it in the settings to relive the good old days.
Now it's all about taking out the big boys in style in Ultra 4K.
For those of you unfamiliar with the storyline, let's get you up to speed. You're the Doomslayer, a suited and booted badass whose sole responsibility is to return all manners of hellish creatures back to their fiery home.
Just so happens that this all takes place in an overrun facility on Mars, and you have a massive arsenal of weapons to help you out. God bless the BFG.
It's an amazing addition to Xbox Game Pass and definitely worth playing ahead of the sequel, Doom Eternal, which is released later this year.
What you interfere with now is bigger than you can imagine.
So there we have it. Don't forget that Xbox Game Pass Ultimate is available now, with added perks being the new Xbox Game Pass for PC subscription, plus other extras like early access to day one titles like Gears 5, as we mentioned earlier.
Let us know what you think the best games are on Xbox Game Pass and why down in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're new, and be sure to swing by our Mixer channel where we play loads of games just like these every weekday. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.